Hello everyone, welcome to this session of getting started with AWS CDK, that is Cloud Development Kit. In this session, we'll get an understanding of what is Cloud Development Kit, its benefits, its features, some of the basic commands, and a CDK project at the end of the session. So, brief introduction about myself. My name is Raahat Varma. I am 3x AWS certified and a VTech certified engineer. I am working at Athnas as an intern at Training Delivery AWS. So the agenda of this session is to get an overview of AWS CDK, benefits of AWS CDK, how it works, the features of Cloud Development Kit, and a Cloud Development Kit project. So what is AWS Cloud Development Kit? So provisioning cloud applications can be a challenging process that requires us to perform manual actions, write custom scripts, maintain templates, or learn domain-specific language. The AWS Cloud Development Kit is an open source software development framework to define your cloud application resources using familiar programming languages. So it provides high-level components called constructs that pre-configure cloud resources with proven defaults, so that we can build cloud applications with ease. AWS CDK uses familiarity and expressive power of programming languages for modeling our applications. It also provisions our resources in a safe, repeatable manner through AWS CloudFormation. It also allows us to compose and share our own custom constructs, incorporating our organization requirements, helping us expedite new projects. So these are some benefits of AWS CDK. So number one is easier cloud onboarding. So AWS CDK accelerates our onboarding on AWS with fewer things to learn. CDK allows us to use our existing skills and tools, applying them to the task of building cloud infrastructure. It also provides high-level components that pre-configure cloud resources with proven defaults, helping us to build on AWS without needing to be an expert. The second is faster development process. So CDK gives us the expression of power of programming languages for defining structure. Familiar features such as objects, loops, conditions accelerate our development process. We can also use AWS CDK with our integrated development environment, that is IDE, to take advantage of existing productivity tools and testing frameworks. Next is customizable and shareable. So with CDK, we can design our own reusable components that meets our organization securities, compliance, and governance requirements. As with any other software library, we can easily share components around our organization, enabling us to rapidly bootstrap new projects with best practices by default. The last is no context switching. So AWS CDK allows us to build our cloud applications without leaving our IDE. We can write our own runtime code and define our AWS resources with the same programming language. We can also visualize our CDK application stacks and resources with the AWS toolkit for VS Code. So how the CDK works? So in the first step, it uses the pre-configured application components. So we have to download the pre-configured components from package or a repository. Then it will model our application logic in a programming language. It can be Node, it can be Python, it can be Java, and at the last it will provision our application with AWS CloudFormation. So it will provision our application code supporting the infrastructure with AWS CloudFormation. So we'll see all this in the CDK project. Next are the AWS CDK features. So number one is construct for generating AWS infrastructures. So constructs are cloud components that encode configuration detail, boilerplate, and glue logic for using one or multiple AWS services. CDK provides a library of constructs that cover many AWS services and features, enabling us to define our application infrastructure at a high level. Additionally, the constructs are adjustable and composable, so we can easily change any of the parameters or encode our own custom construct. Second is customize and share and reuse constructs. So with AWS CDK, we can customize, share and reuse the constructs within our organization or community, just like any other software library. So this enables us to build constructs that help us and others to get started faster and incorporate best practices by default. Next is powered by CloudFormation. So CDK enables us to define our infrastructure with code and provision it through AWS CloudFormation. So we can get all the benefits of CloudFormation, including repeatable deployment, easy rollback, and drift detection. Next is using infrastructure and runtime together. So AWS enables us to model application infrastructure using TypeScript, Python, Java, .NET, and Go. With AWS CDK, developers can use existing IDE, testing tools, and workflow patterns. Next is developer-friendly command line interface. So the AWS CDK CLI enables us to interact with our CDK application and enables functionality such as synthesizing a CFN CloudFormation template, showing the difference between the running stack and proposed changes, confirming security related changes prior to deployment, and deploying multiple stacks across multiple environments. So these are some CDK commands. So first is CDK init. So it initializes a new default application in the language of our choice. It can be Node, it can be Java, it can be .NET, it can be Python, TypeScript, anything. Next is CDK synth. So we can compile our AWS CDK application into the AWS CloudFormation template. Third one is CDK diff. So there is a diff between our local CDK code and the running application in AWS. Last is CDK deploy. So we can deploy our AWS CDK application into testing or production via AWS CloudFormation. So now we'll be moving to the CDK project. So in this project, we'll be configuring the AWS CDK Cloud Development Kit on our workstation, and we'll also create a first AWS resource with the infrastructure as a code. So first we'll install and configure the AWS CDK CLI. We'll create our first CDK project and we'll deploy our infrastructure. So I am in my AWS account in the AWS management console. So I'll be using Cloud9 ID for this session. So you can use any ID. You can use VS Code, Atom, Win, Emacs, WebStorm, PyCharm. But I am using Cloud9 because the CLI and the CDK is pre-configured in this. So I'll go to just Cloud9, and I'll be using Node for this session. So you can use Python, you can use .NET, Java. So first of all, to use the Cloud9, I have to create an environment here. So it will create a EC2 instance in which we'll run our bash. So I will be choosing the T2 macro, and platform will be Linux 2. So all the default settings. So it will take around 5 minutes to create the environment. So my Cloud9 environment is up and running. So the CLI and the CDK is pre-installed and configured in this environment. So let us check the CLI version here. So I'll type the CLI. So the CDK version is 2.2.50. So this is the CDK version in the Cloud9. So first of all, if you don't have the CDK, you have to run this command in your IDE. So I am using the Cloud9, so CDK is pre-configured. So if you don't have pre-configured CDK, you just run this command npm install space -g space AWS -CDK. So this is the command. It will install the latest version of the CDK in your system. So then you can run the command. The second step is we have to bootstrap our AWS account. So many AWS CDK stacks that we'll deploy will include assets, external files, and data deployed with the stack. It can be Lambda function or Docker image. So that's why we have to bootstrap our AWS account. So first of all, we'll get the caller identity. So I'll run this command. So with this account, I got my account number and the user ID. So I'll be using the account number. So for the bootstrap, the command is CDK I will write my account number here. And then I'll choose the region. So the command is CDK bootstrap AWS account number /region. So use the North Virginia, that is US East 1, or the EU West 1 region for this lab. It will be good. It is recommended. So the bootstrap is now complete. Now we'll move to the next step. Now we'll be creating the CDK project here. So first of all, we'll create a directory. The directory is created, CDK demo, and I will move into the directory. So now we have to run the CDK init language TypeScript command here. So this will create a folder structure and install some of the necessary modules required for a the TypeScript CDK project. So I'll run this command. So now we are ready to write our first CDK code to create an infrastructure. So as you can see, it has created much files in the CDK demo folder. So we'll be creating a VPC with the infrastructure as a code. So first, let's understand what are these files here. So in the bin, there is CDK demo. So this is the entry point of the CDK application. This will load and create all the stacks we define under the library. So under the library, there is CDK demo stack. This is where we maintain the CDK where the main CDK application stack is defined. Then is package JSON here. So this is where we define our project dependencies as well as some additional information and build scripts here in package JSON. And the last is CDK JSON. So this file tells the toolkit how to run our application as well as some additional settings and parameters related to the CDK and our project. So now first we have to modify the bin CDK demo TS. So I'll double click on it. So we have to add here our account ID and the region under the CDK demo stack here. So this is the command here. We have to just the the environment, account number and the region. So I have to write my account number here. And the region is US East 1. And now I have to save the file. So the file is saved now. So we are ready to write the first our first resource. So we'll be creating a VPC with two public facing subnets and spread across the two availability zones. So in the bash terminal we have to write this command. So this will install the necessary modules for us to work with. So now we are ready to create a VPC. So now we'll open the library folder and we'll go to the CDK demo stack. So here we have to write some code. So this is the base code. So we have to add we have to import the VPC and subnet type class here. So this is the full code here. So here we have added we have imported the VPC and subnet type from the AWS CDK, AWS EC2. So we have created the VPC. I have added the comments also. We have created the VPC object from the VPC class. So the construct VPC, new VPC, this, and the main name will be the main VPC. Here we define how many AZs. So there are two AZs. So here this is the CIDR masks. So 255.255.255.0 CIDR mask is 24, and the name of the each subnet is public subnet, and the subnet type is public. So this is all the code. So I'll just save it. So now we just have to do the deploy. So we have to deploy this. We have to test our deployment. So let's see if it works. So the command for deployment is CDK deploy. So we got an error, the CDK CLI is not compatible with the CDK library. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll run the command here to update the CDK. So now we'll also run the command again, CDK deploy. And now you can see the deployment is started. CDK is demo stack deploying, CDK demo stack creating cloud formation chain set. So if you face the error of this, like the CDK CLI is not compatible with the CDK library used by the application, just enter the update command npm install -g AWS CDK. And if you again face error while running this command, just add -- force to it. So it will force the update here and it will update the package. So as you can see, our demo stack is creating. So it is creating a CloudFormation stack, a route table, a VPC gateway attachment, an internet gateway, and the main VPC. So the deployment was successful. So here is the stack ARN, the CloudFormation stack. So it has created the VPC and it is ready to use. So our main VPC is created. So we have successfully used CloudFormation Cloud Development Kit to create a first resource, that is the VPC. So this was the getting started project for the CloudFormation Cloud Development Kit. So to check also, see in the VPC section we have came to the VPC dashboard. A CDK demo stack main VPC is created. So if we go to CloudFormation here, so here there is a CDK demo stack, a CDK toolkit stack, and AWS Cloud9 CDK. So we have created this all with the help of Cloud Development Kit and Cloud9. So we are back in the Cloud9. So to destroy this all stack, there is a command called CDK destroy. So it will delete the resources we just created. So as you can see, it says the CDK demo stack destroying. So the delete is in progress now. So in a few minutes, all the resources that we created will be deleted. So this was the end of the session. Hope you have learned what is CDK, its benefits and features, and hope you liked our first CDK project. So thank you for joining this session and happy learning.